Yes, Wagwan people, Wagwan people, Wagwan people. Karibuni tena sana to Afriq 24, your 24-hour YouTube channel. And we come exclusive to you guys each and every Thursday and Sunday to bring you guys up on Dimba La Afriq, whereby we come to analyze sports happening inside out of the country. And as always, we always say one thing: football for life. Mpira ni maisha. Football is what we live for. Football excites us, makes us who we are. So that's what we live by. And nasemanga always football for life because mpira ni maisha yetu. Sisi ni wanasoka. We analyze, we debate, we share banter, and makes that's what makes what we do. But either way, today we are here for the Sunday post-match analysis, and as you can see there in my lower third, tumeandika hapo, Arsenal bottle the league, and I know also we also have to talk about Chelsea, also talk about Liverpool, but for now, wacha tuanze na mechi ambayo imefanyika leo, Arsenal versus Man City at the Etihad grounds, uh, 2-1 to Manchester City. And it's a blow to Arsenal's title charge. These guys have been in the. Hey, Mabella, karibu sana. I hope you can hear me. Unmute your mic if you can hear me.
Yes, how are you, Alex?
Yes, unanipata loud and clear.
Yes.
Yes, karibu sana kwa show Mabella. Yes, unaona hapo kwa lower third yangu nimwandikia hapo Arsenal bottle the league. That is the question which and we'll also get to the United versus Chelsea game. But for now to tufungue speak with the current, and today tumekuwa na Arsenal versus City. Last week on Sunday tulikuwa hapa mimi wewe Jalala, Cotis, Mzalendo. Tulikuwa full house hapa, and we spoke about we had like a pre-match analysis whereby tulikuwa na back and forth, yani ilikuwa niseme aje, it was a back and forth between Jalala, Cotis and Mzalendo, and Mzalendo felt like today they were going to win. Same thing for Cotis, these guys are confident that today they're going to win, and true to it, Jose, these guys they walikuwa tunahitaji, they just needed a draw would be enough for Arsenal to strengthen their title hopes. But unfortunately, at a year draw, they didn't get it. And Leo, the league, obviously, we can't say the league is over yet because there's still many games to be played. We don't know whether City will drop points. We don't know whether Arsenal will drop points. But today, it's a big blow to Arsenal, and it's also a statement victory for Pep Guardiola's Manchester City side, showcasing that they are in for the title. That we shouldn't count them out. And fans who are City, Man U, Chelsea, and so on, have been waiting for Manchester City to turn up because whenever they turn up in April and May, they always go on a run and win the trophies. So tukifungua show ya leo, Jose, my question is it over for Arsenal or City have to get it over the line?
Thank you, world champions. Let me just start by what you asked me. A very good question. We are going to know if the league has been bottled on Wednesday because Man City is playing the game in hand on Wednesday against Burnley. So if they are going to defeat Burnley, then they are going to be at par 70 points. So, and Man City will be number one because they have goal difference. The goal difference on Man City side is on Man City side. So as per Wednesday, before even we play the weekend games to next week, God willing, on Wednesday we will have known if City is now the reigning champions. The one thing that happens is City, when they are finishing their games, they always finish them with a spree. But on the other hand, when Arsenal is finishing their games, they finish their games in a disaster. And you have seen the games that have preceded to what we have seen today. There's a game they were crushed by Bournemouth, and now they are about to witness when Man City and Burnley are going to go head to head. And if Man City is going to win Burnley, that one now might. You know, the problem with football is that when they see City take the first spot, now it is going to be pressure against them. You know, if they could have drew this game or they could have won the game, the pressure could have been on Man City. We don't have many games, as Alex, you have said. We are remaining only 4 games. I think 5. So there is no too much. No, it's even 5 games. We don't have many games. Only 5 games are remaining. Man City have 6. So if they play on Wednesday, they are going to be remaining 5 games. So it all depends and comes down to who is going to win all these games. Because if you tell us one game there, it is a problem. And we have seen Arsenal does not know how to handle pressure. It is very bad within pressure. I can categorically state that they don't know how to handle pressure because Arsenal was just kicked out of 2 competitions within a span of 1 week. Was it 1 week or 2 weeks? Within a span of 2 to 1 weeks, they
It
were
was
kicked out of
two-week.
two
1 week
competitions.
Carabao final, the next one FA Cup.
Yeah, so I think it is going to boggle their mind. First, if they are going to play they are going to see Man City take the first spot. I think even it is going to interfere in themselves with the Champions League. That is the problem with Man City. They are with Arsenal. You know, they don't have people to take them across the bridge. There is no those characters that always are determined to win the league. Do you think that if this one was Liverpool, Man City, with having all those points in the lead, do you think they could have just been passed by Arsenal just like that? It could have been very difficult. But now you can be able to see that Arsenal, they are not able to hold pressure, and they have capitulated in the pressure themselves. So this is expected. We talk here with Jalala. I'm very happy to see Jalala is here. You know, we talked here last weekend and they thought that we were just making, you know, these world champions, they don't even understand when we analyze football. And the other people who come here to just joke, they don't understand when we are analyzing this football. I saw Mzalendo saying that they are now on the top of the league. I'm waiting on Wednesday when Man City with Rush Burnley. We see that if he will be talking about that now or he change his mind. You know, the problem with Arsenal, they always change their goalpost. Now it was quadruple. Now I don't know if it is three triple or it is what is happening now. We're waiting because I saw in a comment somebody writing that they have quad bottle. You know, when you are told we have quad bottle, it's a very big issue. But I've seen Jalala is here. Let me give him a chance. But club champions, you are a disaster. You bure kabisa.
Okay, sana sana Wabella. Wacha kwanza tukaribishe Jalala tupatie opening remarks before we start discussing the show. And today nimeongea na Curtis, tulikuwa tumeongea vizuri, leo tumesema we show up to the show. But today Curtis ametuma apologies, amesema mara ati simu yake iko na issue. Mara anasema mara sijui inafaa ende kwa fundi so she can't make the show. Same thing from
Aliniambia
Zalendo
hivyo,
right now is
aliniambia hivyo pia.
Saizi Mzalendo also is nowhere to be seen. And then Jose, you guys say ati watu wa Chelsea don't show up. Kelong anakuja in the next 5 or 10 minutes. But for today, Leo, no Arsenal fan in the show is showing
Then
up.
turn right onto
Tunatafuta
Harrison Road.
tuwapati. But anyway, let me welcome Jalala. Jalala, karibu sana. Tufungulie show.
Shukran, host. Today is a good day. We've saved football. We've saved the world of football from noise pollution. Nadhani kila mtu anasikia vizuri sana. At least those who are not Arsenal fans. And yeah, it's been a great weekend. It's been a great weekend of football. Honestly, that was a good game. It was a good game. It was a good advertisement for the Premier League. But yeah, once again, I would say Arsenal will go into after this game. They'll kick themselves down because they didn't take their chances. They came out. I think the second half they came out better than the first half. But I could take chances now. I could take chances now. And yeah, and the coach made some subs which were questionable. Kutoa Eze ndo alikuwa nakaa ni kama is the only spark alikuwa amehit post na nini. So I think they only have themselves to blame, honestly. They only have themselves to blame. But It was definitely a good game. Nilidhani Donnarumma kidogo, he has thrown away the title hapo. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing. Uh,
Okay, anyway. Jalala, karibu sana kwa show, ndio tunafungua fungua hapa kwa sasa. And last week hapo I always follow these Arsenal platforms, and this guy is hapa kina Troops walikuwa wanasema if today Arteta doesn't win he needs to get sacked. And, there's also something yenye niliona ni inaitwa kwa Dia Sports yenye Matisa alisema. Matisa has an idea that Arsenal should sack Arteta within the last 8 or 9 games, and then they bring a manager mwenye anaweza get them over the line. So my question is to you, Jose, before Jalala responds to it. Is it something that can actually work? That if they sack Ateta, like let's say within a span of kama games bakia kama hivi nane, if they sacked him, they could have gotten a manager who would have gotten them over the line. Like for example, Nona Manu Carrick amekam, Carrick and save the season. So it's Arsenal the same. They sacked somebody and then somebody came in, had a good manager bounce in the league. Is it something that can actually work?
Thank you. Before I answer that question, I've seen Jalala saying that they hit the post. I think these players wanafaa waende mguu ifanywe calibration, waonekane kama mguu itarudishwa vizuri. I also saw Chelsea wanapiga post sana, ni kama waelewi mpira inafaa kuwa ndani ya net. So as I answer in your question is this is a very tricky question. It's not a very easy question to say that you can be able just to bring a manager who is of credit to be able to take you to the line, because we have seen with Tottenham. You know, Tottenham, they are fighting for relegation. Tottenham is fighting a battle which is very hard for them. And they have brought in a coach who they thought could make wonders, but it's not clicking. You see, even that the game that they played just the other day with Brighton, they just fumbled and they were knocked. They drew. They were trying to. They are trying to change it, but you know the problem is there is something that always enters in the mindset of players. Like right now, we are talking about Arsenal. I'm telling you, in the next 5 games, it will be tension for Arsenal, and I don't think they can be able to bear that. It's not only for the coach. The coach can be, even the coach is bad, but do you trust also the players can take the Arsenal team to the next level, or can they cross the line? Because that is the line they are not able to cross. They have been having five years of rebuilding, but even if you look at those 5 years of rebuilding, you can even question them, because he has had all the amount of time to be able to bring in players. You know, I always hear people saying that Arteta has done a very good job because Arsenal have been brought to where the standards that they are supposed to be at TCG number 2. We forget that even Wenger was there, and Wenger never even went without going for Champions League any other day. But Wenger, the problem was with Wenger, did a lot of business, he forgot about football, and he was not able even to lift these trophies. Some people, like even the likes of Akina, it's called this guy Van Persie, he got angry and said, now I'm tired, I need to lift trophies, I'm tired. We cannot be every time, every season you're telling us that let us wait, we need to build, that is the same thing that Arteta is having. He's going even to tell them, you know, he's shameless. You hear him telling them, we need another year of rebuilding. And I think also the Arsenal fans, they are very tired. And the thing that Arteta did wrong, he never brought in people who can be able to take him across the bridge. Even if he brought, I think only one player who has ever crossed the bridge was, I think, the like of this guy who came from Man City, is called Gabriel Jesus. I think that is the only player who has been able to lift a trophy in that team. I don't see any other person. Maybe you can't.
But walikuwa na kina Jorginho.
But Jorginho, when he was coming to play his last, his game is like it was not clicking in Arsenal. That is the problem. So I think also players' mentality is also a thing that is also lacking in Arsenal, and the person who can be able to motivate them to cross that bridge. That is the problem they are having. That is the major problem they are having. I was hoping that these legends of theirs, like the likes of Akina Henry, could be able even to go and motivate the players and give them encouragement so that they can cross the bridge. But I don't think Alex ati kukiletwa coach mpya ati things we just pack just like that, because he needs to now come and know his boys. And you see, they are fighting under pressure because they need to fight for this cup. So I think also if they bring a new coach, he'll be under pressure also. And the pressure is the problem. It seems Kelong ameingia hapo leo, nampika kumpika. I'll cook him.
Anyway, asante sana Jose. Without wasting much time, let's welcome the long awaited mzee Kelong. Kelong umetafutwa sana for a long while. Kila mtu akiingianga huko anaulizianga Kelong. Sasa Kelong ndio umewasili. Karibu sana Kelong, salimia watu.
Ah,
Mwambie afungue
asante
kamera bwana, tunataka kumuona.
asante sana Alex Joseph bwana, hata unipe chance nipumue. Naingia utaka kunicook immediately. Kwani mimi ni Arsenali? Tulia bro. Good evening everyone, good morning, good afternoon wherever you are. Nice to be here tonight. Interesting times. Good to be alive and it's good to be not a national fan. Thank you.
Anyway, asante sana Kelong. We were discussing hapa Kelong juu ya hiyo the Arsenal game today. Before you even get to the match analysis, tulikuwa tunaongea Kelong. Do you think Kelong Mikel Arteta should get sacked?
As soon as yesterday, if Arsenal was a serious club, you can't go 5 years without a trophy, and and you expect some magic to happen. I think he's the problem. Okay, together with Arsenal fans, but number one, Arteta, he should not coach a big club like Arsenal. Ameshindwa, he's out of sorts. He can't he, he can't get his team to the line. So if Arsenal is a serious club, but Arsenal is never a serious club. So, but I will stick with him. They'll cry again next season. Sisi tutakuwa hapa could drink their tears.
Anyway, asante sana Kelong for your opening remarks. And so now to get into the deeper upper analysis, still on that, speaking on that thing of Jalala Ateta being sacked, niko na swali. Some critics argue that team ya Klopp ilikuwa inamaliza second in like consecutive seasons and they only won one trophy, but no one complained about Klopp finishing second, but people are complaining about Ateta finishing second. So question to you, Jalala, are people really unfair on Ateta ama ni juu tunachukia Arsenal? Because some critics argue that Klopp was finishing second and no one questioned like his style of play or anything.
But mi naweza sema I think Klopp uh, alikuwa na win cups. Kuna cups ameshinda. If you look at his time at Liverpool, yes, it was very underwhelming. It was very underwhelming considering walishinda. I think it is one league, one Premier League.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is it is very underwhelming. But he also won a Champions League. He won a Champions League, so if you look at it, you cannot really fault him because he won two majors. You know, he won two majors, and I think he had a cup in there as well. So yes, he was underwhelming for the standards, but you gotta also look at who he was going up against. He's going up against Pep Guardiola, and one of the best teams in the world at the time. So but if you compare to what Arteta is doing and to what the Liverpool time was, it's night and day, honestly, because these guys have spent a lot of money, a £1 billion, and atuoni anything, atuoni changes. We are not, they're not able to be the guys that are taking this league by the scruff of their hands, and they're saying, you know what, we are running away with this. Wamekuwa na many times wange extend the gap. Many times tume slip up, hatutakuwa consistent as such hii season, but Arsenal pia hao, they were still not consistent on their own. This league was theirs to win. They've been on top of the league for 99%. Honestly, it's just this time the league is going to change maybe next week. Honestly, but other than that, wamekuwa on top of the league the whole season, and we're not seeing anything. And people are saying, Man City, this is the time we are in transition. We're changing the squad, whatever. And look, we got a new squad, new players, but these same players have been able to get over the line against against Arsenal, same players in the Carabao Cup final. This is the same team we beat. So definitely, whoever was going to win that Carabao Cup was going to win this league, because that cup was going to breed a winning mentality into the players and into the team. And if Arsenal went into that game with a winning mentality and won that game, they would have come off of that game with a whole lot of confidence, a whole lot of confidence boost. But right now, that confidence was dented since the Carabao Cup final. And I think that was maybe the time they should have sacked the coach, if they were trying to sack a coach. That should have been the time. But I think right now is maybe a little too late. They've left it far too long. So I don't think it would be a right decision to fire the coach right now. I think if you do that right now, you just send them straight to meltdown. It's gonna be a whole meltdown in the Arsenal fans. They're already melting down right now, but it'll be worse if they even sack the coach as of this moment, because I think these are the same fans who are in love with this coach Arteta. They think he's the best thing since sliced bread. So if they sack him right now, yeah, it's gonna be a whole emotional meltdown, and I think that will be a dent in the squad as well. The locker room is not going to be the same. So I think they'll just stay with him until the end of the season, and then come May, they won't have won the league, they won't have won the Champions League, and I think it will be over. The season will be over. They've been talking all the talk all season. They've been on top, but like I said, this is the crunch time. You don't need to argue with the National fan. You can always just wait. Why argue with the National fan when you can wait? You know what I'm saying? You will always just wait, and they will never disappoint, because they will always disappoint. You feel me? So Arsenal, there we go. I just think next season they can't do the same things. They can't go in with the same coach. They might have to look at other options, because Arteta is going to go into 7 years, no major, no nothing. That's not good enough. If they want to be a big club, that's not good enough.
Okay, asante sana hapo Jalala for those remarks. And let me also give Mabella a chance to comment on that issue, and which people have been saying. Sana Arsenal fans are saying that Klopp was finishing second to Pep for season in, season out. Hata ile time ya Centurions, I think he only missed by a point. Correct me if I'm wrong. And nobody was complaining of Klopp finishing second. So why are people criticizing so much Ateta for finishing second? Is it double standards? Just able to party your insights.
I would like to know who are these people, because if these people are the AFT fan people, or the ones you see, the Arsenal fans, you can really tell, because it's very funny that the other day they were just comparing the legends with the current team of Arsenal, and you have seen them comparing all the other legends. Even it's very shocking, because they are comparing so many teams legends with their team, and they are saying that this is the best team. I saw even somebody, today I was laughing where I saw somebody saying that when they were asked, leave the room when you hear a good name, and he had Rice and said that Rice has been very good in this season. I was feeling just to laugh, because we have seen whatever has happened in Arsenal. Arsenal, they don't deserve even to carry this league, Alex. So, them talking about Klopp, whatever you talk, either you can talk about Klopp or you talk about what is important is, has Arteta lifted any cup? That is the question. The question is not how Klopp stayed 2 years, or he stayed in Liverpool the years he stayed more than 4 years. He has stayed in Liverpool and he did not take the cups before. The question is, did he make Liverpool cross the line? That is the only question that is supposed to be asked. But if Arteta has stayed 5 years and they have come close to, the reasoning is, Alex, you know why people get angry with Arteta, with Arsenal fans when they are talking and talking some things, is because these guys have been on top of the league since I think December last year. But right now, they are just even about to fumble it. At the last 5 games, this happened to the league, not last season, the season before. They had gone being top of the league, but the league was taken because of few games, and the teams, I remember even Southampton was one of them. And these are the things that fans always, the other side always asks, how can you do all this then after in some few games you are taken? I don't think Klopp can ever lead in those games like that. Then eventually he comes and loses the league. So this is neither. It's not time. It's not Klopp time. Klopp already did whatever he did. He took the cup. We are talking about Arteta right now. Klopp went wherever he went. He's done. He took the Champions League. He took the Premier League in Liverpool. So I don't know why we need even to engage Klopp in this conversation. This is not a conversation for Klopp. This is a conversation about Arteta, and that he has just won one trophy, which was the FA. No other trophy he has won. He had a quadruple trophy. He bottled it. He's about to bottle all of them. All of them is about to bottle all of them, all of them. Imagine, and you continue saying that this guy is supposed to be compared to Klopp. These guys, they need to stop joking. That's why we are always against them, because if you let these Arsenal fans go on a rampage, they are going even to tell us certain. You hear even them telling us certain things that are not even imaginable in this world.
Anyway, asante sana hapo Jose, and so let's also get into the match analysis here today. I feel like Pep made a good lineup, and I feel like there are times that the games that City blew away, let's say within the period of 2 months ago, the time that I think he was trying to change, I think the lineup here and there. Ryan Chaki, mi nasema the best team for City ni Doku on the left wing, Semenyo on the right, Chaki in the 10, Weka Haaland. So me, I feel like that's the best team for City. But at the time that Pep aliflip hiyo time akachaki bench, I feel like that's the time that vitu zilianza kubadilika for City. But I think the moment alirudisha ile na penye nasema, I think City wame hit the gear na wamefanya poa. In the Champions League, I don't feel like this season they were strong enough to go and challenge. But in the league, kulingana na venye vitu ziko, I think they are big contenders. Even though tulisema hapa na Kelong wana trophyless, but ndio huyu hapa mzee Kelong, there are many clips of you hapa ukituambia juu ya Ryan Chaki. Ulisema is another Dimitri Payet. Do you still stand by your words?
Tell him to apologize, bwana. Tell him to apologize. Tell Kelong to apologize.
Wacha tusikie kama ata apologize. Kelong, do you still stand by your words about Ryan Chaki?
I don't take back my words. He's not the next Messi. So sijui nataka nini.
Kelong, please.
Alafu pia
Yes.
Jalala, you should consider the stance of your club. Imagine we are all rooting for you to win. We don't hate you enough. You're not a big team. You're a small team with oil money. So
You wish we was a small team.
you're a small team with oil money. Hadi your neighbors, Manchester United wanasherekea. How useless club.
What happened to the Roman Abramovich money? What happened? You're not the same team anymore
Frozen.
after having money.
No. But you have no history. You're just
I think we have changed that song for.
Succeed too after Roman Abramovich. So hii kelele uko nayo ni kelele tu za parrot.
but Sasa, you see us, we built the team with sweat and blood. You bought the team. So imagine you are struggling this
My
season.
friend, this team has been to
Mkanunua jersey.
relegation. This team has been in League 2. You cannot sit here and try and say they don't know what it is to be in the
No, no,
bottom of
no.
the bottom.
You are
Huwezi kaa hapa and you say
you are
that. You cannot
struggling.
say that.
In December you are struggling mkabai Gehi na Semenyo. Now you look like
Because
a team.
that is what a big team does. That is what a proper team does. We
Not a
know
big
how to
team.
we know how to rebuild the team.
Not a big team. It's a team with money. Different. Alafu remember when Pep leaves City, City is going to the dogs. You can take it to
That
the
that
bank.
that is what you think. Tulishinda
Unaona hii
ligi
timu
na
ya Jose,
Mancini.
unaona timu
Listen,
ya Jose
listen. Tulishinda
ilitegemea
ligi na
Alex
Mancini.
Ferguson.
Tumeshinda ligi na Pellegrini. So you cannot sit here and lie to us. Please, my friend. This topic you are
Hiyo
trying, it
hiyo
is
Pellegrini
over. It is
ilikuwa
dead.
hiyo Pellegrini ilikuwa chance na luck. Differentiate the two. Hapa
L-
Pep ana
Listen,
dominate the league.
This is
we were still a
Mwesheshetani.
quality team.
Enough of Jalala. Let's cook Arsenal. Sabu we don't care if Man City who are cooking them. We just want Arsenal to be cooked. So we are just happy. Alafu story ya world champions tutaongelea next week, sio leo.
Atinani.
So long you cannot
Well,
have your cake and eat it, bwana. We must deal with you cacophoniously.
Eh?
weke long
Just
wewe.
just story ya world champions tuongee next week, sio leo.
We unajua
Just
una troll, ndo
celebrating
maana
Arsenal
ndo maana
lost, bwana.
umesema uweki kamera leo.
So Kelong, are you certain Kelong Arsenal are going to lose the league? Because I feel like today, leo niseme kulingana na ile mpira nimeona wakicheza the other games, today wasn't as bad as the ones that I've seen. The only thing is that they didn't capitalize on their chances. Kai Havertz alikuwa na big chance. He had kidogo hata ni faint when I saw him had a one on one with this guy anaitwaje Donnarumma. Nilikuwa nimesema ligi imeenda ni faint, but Donnarumma pulled world class save na even in the dying minutes Kai Havertz alikuwa na kichwa safi afunge, but he missed the opportunity. So ndo niseme Kelong, what went wrong for Arsenal today? Because apart from them creating a lot of chances and capitalizing on them, I didn't think today they played the haram football ile tumewazoea nayo sana, but I feel like the attack imekuwa blunt for a while na ime catch up na wao. So Ninike Law, what went wrong for Arsenal today? Because Congo, I don't think they played the haram football to me. So yeah.
To be honest, sikuona game, so I can't really give a solid opinion about the game, but nilikuwa tunaona tu scoreline, naona 2-1 na smile tu. But this Arsenal, the last 5 games have been pathetic, and it's sad that your team loses form end of the season. Huko season ikianza, mko form, mnafunga mabao, muna scam wins, mnafunga set piece goals, mnasherekea ni kama mmeshinda ligi. Then when it matters most, and we told them, let's wait for May, because that's when teams ndo wanakuwa na form then, but wao walikuwa sherekea 7 months ago. Imagine, I believe the table for 7 months straight. Saizi saizi Man City just need to beat Burnley 2-0 and this is on the top of the table. Not so Arsenal have bottled it again. I think if I was at Arteta, ninge focus on Champions League. Sasa hii imeenda. Pep will smell blood, and we saw it. You're saying it's hard. You think the next games are hard, but he has the blueprint. The guy has won the league 6 times in 7 years. He's 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 experienced. Become Alex Ferguson back in the days. You compete na yeye, smell blood, then you're gone. He knows how to win it. Arteta panics and a lose game against Bournemouth.
But alikuwa ametuambia tu juzi Kelong is on fire. Did you see the interview he was speaking about the players? Alisema ni fire, si fire. Ama ni
Yeah.
aje Joseph ndio? Ama ni mimi niliona. Let me look for the clip. Juzi tu hata ametuambia.
Alisema
Ni
come with
fire
your
si
lunchbox.
fire.
Alisema come with your lunchbox, come with your boots.
Let us
Juzi tu
shin
tumeambiwa
pads.
Arsenal ni fire. Ama
Alafu
ni mimi
But
niliona sana.
one thing as Kelong is answering, kwani hamkuambia mzalendo game imechezwa leo? Unajua labda haelewi game imechezwa leo.
Hapana, mzalendo knows ni venye hawezi kuja. Hata Cotis leo ametoa
Mzale,
excuse nimekwambia.
mzalendo aliona game imeisha ati refa apiga firimbi alifungua mlango akaenda.
Anataka kupea mzee hata attack bwana.
but
Nimekwambia Jose. Hata
Ni
leo Cotis
mbaya.
ameniambia ati simu yake imeharibika. Of all the days ile siku yenye wamechapwa ndio simu ya Cotis imeharibika.
Auski, aliniambia hivyo hata kabla game ianze. So jua hiyo ni wasiwasi ilianza asubuhi.
Ni ile mwesheshe.
but
Ni
but
mbaya.
the special psychiatrist will get good money because I pity Arsenal fans. They've been there 4 seasons in a row bottling it. Sasa saizi hata washajua imeenda. They're stressed up. Okay, we hope and pray that they don't take their club too serious or commit suicide. Because you have to be insane to take a team like Arsenal to be a serious club that can win you trophies. So hope and pray watulie, wajue hii ni mambo yao. They actually none of watu kama Manchester United, they have nothing to win. Hawako sawa. Timu kama Chelsea, okay, si tuko na FA bado, tuko na hopes kidogo. So the hope that kills. The hope that kills.
Alex, let me talk very quick on what you asked. You want to play the video?
I'm dreaming so much. I've done so much, to be in this position because I know how this club it was. I've done so much against anything that this is beauty. I just see beauty, opportunity, and yeah, I want to get it done for all these people that they've been in this journey with us. No fear, pure fire.
Pure fire.
That's it.
Umesikia?
Me, the first one.
Fire.
Pure fire. That's
Pure
what I want to see
fire.
on the players, on the people, on myself. Fire.
Fire. Ni fire si fire.
I'm on fire.
Fire.
That's
You
it.
amekuwa
Nothing
kibiki
else.
huyo.
I'm dreaming so much. I've done so much, to be in this position because I know how this club it was.
I think this is Kindiki 2.0. This is Kindiki 2.0.
So, fire pekee.
I think this is Kindiki 2.0. Let me talk as a person who watched the game, because I watched it, all of it. Initially, the game was very interesting, and the game was around 50-50. That game was very, very interesting. But the problem is, when you have had a team who has been playing set pieces, they forget about striking and about counters. That is the problem with a team that always has been used to these set pieces. And you have seen a team like Man City, when they are playing their counter, it is very effective. But for Arsenal, it's not becoming effective. Then even the players that can be able to give them that counter, they are not there. You cannot see the likes of Akina Saka. They are not there. Those are the players who always give them a very good counter. Now they have been left with Akina Martinelli, who I don't think anachezaga mpira mwingi baadaye inaenda inatoka nje ya line. So this guy is very good, anaweza kimbia na mpira sana.
Unajua Jose Martinelli, I think, has only 1 goal this season. Sorry to cut you short, endelea.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that they don't have the people even to counter these games, and they were used so much in the set piece that the people notice their, the more you continue using one route, the more people notice whatever you are doing, and they notice your route plan. And teams noted their route plan, and they knew what they were doing. At first, we were very confused with the way they were harassing people in the boxes. But do you see Arsenal harassing people now in the boxes? Even I saw today, Gabriel, even he resorted to tearing shirts, Man City shirts. It is a shame. Ati mpaka mchezaji sasa imebidi sasa amekasirika ati atatia shati za wale wengine juu amekasirika. And I think also the referee did a very big blunder. That one was the Haaland was not supposed to be given that red card, because That one was a fall by Gabriel, and he also he headbutted him after. It's not the, but let me, Alex, one bit deviate a bit. Refereeing in this Premier League has been a nightmare. I've never seen the refereeing that I've seen in this Premier League throughout the seasons. This one has been a nightmare. Last season even was bad. This one has been a nightmare. The decisions that have been made by these referees, I think the PGMOL.
Camelia
Yeah,
Martinez. Camelia Martinez.
it is all the decisions in every game, in every team. Just go and look at them, Alex, and you will notice that there have been some decisions that have been made by these referees, which is wanted. That's why I need to talk about that, and it's very reckless. They need to know what they are doing. The referee PGMOL, they need to know what they are doing. That they are very confused. So about this game, this game was give and take, but Man City, they utilized their chances, and they won. That is what happens. You play with the fire, and you see, and it burns you. They played with Man City and they were burnt today. But mambo ni mengi, masaa ndio machache. Tunataka tuingie kwa World Champions bwana. Na pia kuna mambo mingi sana. Pia Tottenham inarelegatiwa na muongei kuhusu relegation ya Tottenham. It is happening, and it's happening very fast.
Okay, asante sana hapo Jose, and okay, hiyo ni nitwaje, yeah, so tuta catch up now juu yao nini nitwaje, I think on the next show, because we also have to discuss whether they should focus wakwe kama Atleti. Unajua Atleti, they chose to throw away the league and everything to put all of their focus kwa Champions League to see whether they can get the trophy. So hiyo pia tuta discuss next time if it's an option for Arteta, but for now tuingie game ya Chelsea na Manchester United, and
Alex, kwani unipendi? Just coming for my blood.
There are so many things we have to discuss Kelong because watu wanasema sijui ati toto excuses here and there, but so one win Kelong in the last 8 Premier League games. It's horrendous. It's it's poor. It's terrible. And niseme aje, Rosinia player amecheza a big role for us being there, one win in the last 8, and saizi top 4 imeslip very very much far away, and top 6 pia it's also looking to slip very much far away. So as it stands, it's looking like the FA Cup is our the only route yenye tuko nayo kufika to European football. That is if hata tutafika hiyo final. As it stands, hivyo ndio inakaa. But for now nimeona like for the first time Kelong since 2012 Newcastle walituchapa at the Bridge under Rosinia. For the first time since 2020 Manchester United wametuchapa at Stamford Bridge. For the first time since I don't know whether 1982 we lost 2 games back to back 3-0. Then this loss to United. And the funny thing, yesterday it's not that Chelsea played the worst football. It's just that we did take our chances, and we're also unlucky with some few things. Kama ya kwanza, Estevao going out in the first minute, that was unlucky for the Blues. Joao Pedro missing out also was unlucky. But all in all, niseme aje, imefika point ile like finding the back of the net imekuwa so difficult for Chelsea. And niseme aje, right now it's looking very very dark for the Blues. And saizi nimesikia hata kulikuwa na maandamano before the game, because saizi people are saying like we need Bluco to be Bluco yani
Chelsea.
So Kelong, what next for the Blues? Because right now it's devastating to be a Chelsea fan. What next for the Blues, Kelong?
Yeah, so I think as a Chelsea fan, this season it's done and dusted. We had high hopes to begin with the season because remember we are the world champions, so we came with that in mind, and we started the season well. But number one thing that happened when we lost Levi Colwill, it was the beginning of our troubles, because Maresca asked for another better centre back, and he was told you can proceed with the Tosin Aradabayo and the rest guys and the rest useless centre backs. So after that, it became a problem, and we all know. Remember, we are the youngest squad in the EPL. We have no experience, but Maresca had brought belief to the boys because when we went and beat PSG in the finals, the boys believed in him. He had the solution to win matches, right? The only chance that he had against small teams, they could either held us to a draw or hold us to a draw or win. So that was a challenge he was having. But against big teams, he was very what was the word? He had a plan, and we beat Barcelona. We we had we never lost silly games. But now then Maresca saw that this club is run by a bunch of clowns, and he decided to step out. Then the same clowns hired uh, a young manager by the name of Liam Rosinia, who has no credentials. He was the assistant coach to Rooney, who was sacked in 3 clubs. Hapo ndo shida ya Derby County. Kuna ingine alikuwa assistant wake, and all that Rooney was performing abysmal. So yeah, he started his tenure very well by winning 4 games in a row, but he was just using the mileage of Maresca. Then now, as aka wipe out the ideas of Maresca, aka install Zake, and Zake, they don't clearly work because we capitulate, we don't defend, we don't score. We are just there. It's hard watching Chelsea. It has taken back us to the Graham Potter days where you lose, you don't feel anything. So that's where we are right now. Well, I think the blue core has a nice idea about running has a nice idea about the club, but the problem are the sporting directors. They are clueless. They want it's only their way or the highway. They don't want to take experienced players. They don't want to get an established coach, somebody with credentials. They're doing something that no one has never done before. So we are currently a mid level club. We're like the Brightons, the Brentfords, and the Evertons because we're not doing anything. We're not winning matches. The last time we scored a goal was about 400 hours ago. So it's sad. It's the current affairs. So the only thing that is giving us hope is Arsenal tears. That's the only thing that's that makes us watch football. Imagine even Manchester United. Yesterday, I watched the Manchester United game. Manchester United is not like they were superb or anything. They at best their game was mid-level. We created more chances than them. We had more opportunities than them. We had more position than them. But at the end of the day, they had one chance and they were clinical and they punished us. After Gestabao went, who was the only brilliant player in our team, there's nothing that we did. So it's bad. Manchester United beat us walituchapa home and away. I think that is the worst season you can have as a Chelsea fan. Sabu, in the team that I don't rate, Manchester United is on top of the list. Kuchapa na Manchester United is bottom barrel. We should even be relegated to the Tottenham. But we of course Champions League is gone because now we are 7 points away from number 5. Manchester United or Manchester at 10 points, so we can kiss the Champions League goodbye. Now we rebuild again. We restart the project again. It's sad for a Chelsea fan who are used to winning, who have been on top for the past century. So yeah, so that is my monologue of lamentations. Jalala is enjoying it, but ni sawa tu. You can enjoy it.
Anyway, asante sana hapo Kelele.
Club
Let me
World
also
Cup,
give
World Champions. World Champions tier.
Yeah, we are still the world champions, Mr. Jalala. So you to
Yes. Yes, I'm
unless
still drinking your tears. No problem.
unless we rewind when the Toleo trophy, you remove the 3 goals that we scored against PSG. But if Maresca was here, I'm telling you guys, I had so much belief in Chelsea that I had considered them winning the Champions League. The league, I was sure we are not that consistent enough. But what Maresca showed us, especially how he tweaks his team to face big sides, we could be in the semi-final. I'm telling you, but that is just a could be, not what we are now. How we capitulated against the the PSG game, it was horror show.
Okay, asante sana hapo Kelong. And let me also give Jose a chance to respond hapo after beating Chelsea home and away this season. Even despite yesterday, Manchester United didn't need to play well; they just needed to score a goal. And yani even with a center back partnership yenye haijai kuwa yani wameka hapo Mazraoui and Aiden Heaven because I think 4 of their best center backs were out, but it wasn't even enough for Chelsea to get a goal. And Chelsea had the better position, better everything, but United got the points. Anyway, let me give Jose a chance to speak on yesterday's game.
Yes, almost 1 hour. I think you need to give me 1 hour to speak about this. And let me start with we did not play very well, and I did not like that game the way we played. It was not a good match to watch, and it was not even a very thrilling game to watch, like the way we have watched Manchester City, Arsenal. Today, that game was not thrilling. So I think we have a problem also. We have a problem on the back. I think some of the problem has been brought by what I was talking here before about the decisions that have been made in the past by some of the referees. But we are not going to argue, because now if the referee made the decision, they already made it. What can you do about it? There's nothing you can do. Even if you appeal, I don't think it will go through. So, but that game just needed only us to show up and take the points. Just that, no need to show ball possession or anything. I think even that is the first game. I think we only got 1 shot on target. I think the whole game, and we won with that shot on target. I think that was just a clinical football for just winning, because we already knew we were coming in at that game with a disadvantage. We were disadvantaged of having lost all our center backs, because if you look, we have 4 center backs who are out, some on injury and some because of suspension. We have the likes of Akina. It's called who? This I'm forgetting his name. This the one who was injured during December last season.
Matthias
Lenny Yoro.
Delete was injured. He was injured, and I think even Delete, I don't think he's going to come back to football, because even the way you are hearing them saying is, if they are saying that his injuries is quite a problem. He's coming back to the pitch, then they say he needs to go back, because I'm feeling very sorry for that guy, because it's very sad story if you read about it. Then we have the likes of Akina Maguire and Martinez, who are on suspension. With decision, either you can say the decision was right or wrong. Whatever happens, the referee just made their decisions. There's nothing we can say about that. And we have the guy, the Nati guy, I think is also on injury. So that is what happened. That was just a game for you win, you get the points, and it's done. Chelsea, they tried. Chelsea played a very good game. They even hit the post a couple of times. I think more than 4 times they hit the post, and the post really saved the game for us that yesterday. But now coming to the nitty gritty and the banter of football is that Mzee Kilong came here and said, I'm not a person who, I'm not a prophet. I don't know how to analyze football prophetically. And I want to tell him that I told Kilong here, the first day we came here, and I told him, when you have fewer matches, you have a very good time to be able to rest your players and be able to even if not win the league, you'll be able even to get to this Champions League. You can qualify for the Champions League. And I think now he can understand what I was telling him. Because we have had fewer matches. I think if Manchester was in FA and what have you, we could not be in that point. We could have not been in the top 4 if we had all those matches. It's best that we were removed from all these competitions. Let us focus on one so that the owners, because they have been a joke over time, our owners are jokers. You say Blue Koi, ours are jokers. The one you call Glinios, the Ineos and the other Glazers, they are joke of a lifetime. I've never seen jokers in my whole life, but these guys are jokers. They have really damaged our club. So me coming to another banter of Kelong is Kelong came here and said that we were mid-table team. I think now he swallowed his pride and decided to say he's a mid-table team. You know, I said we are a small team, and he said, no, I started saying mid-table team because you are saying we are a small club. So I think he has swallowed his pride. It's better because even if he does not accept, we can remove the Hansard. You know, the Hansard is still here. We can remove it and show him whatever he said. I think even Jalala is my witness. You need to appreciate me, Kelong, that I'm a prophet. I told you Man City is going to take this cup. You say you said I don't know Aston Villa, I don't know what. Kelong, you need to appreciate me that I said all these things and they are coming to happen, all of them. There is another thing also I told Kelong. There's so many things I told Kelong when we started this season, and all of them they are coming to light. But talking about this game, I think Chelsea they have big problems. I think I told you that you have a coach who is a PE coach. This is not a coach. This is a PE teacher. And the best thing is Rooney also was there to troll him. Rooney was in Stamford Bridge to troll him because he was his coach. He was his assistant coach, so he was there to make sure that also him is going down the drain as the way he went down the drain. But I think you really messed up by sacking Maresca. You could have given it a time. You know, sometimes it's good to give. Amorim was given a lot of chances. Amorim was given a lot of chances, I can tell you.
I think you have to get this right. Maresca was not sacked. He walked away. So these are sackers.
But why did he walk away, Kelong? You know, you can walk away because of certain issues.
Yeah, he walked away because he saw the club is not serious. It doesn't have the right. The project is confused. Doesn't have the right people leading it. So he saw no way I can proceed with this.
You know, Mzakilong, even as you say he was not sacked, you can be that. Unajua naye kufukuza kwambii enda. You know, he can be they were just pushing him away to go. You know, even that is what happened to Amorim. Amorim was pushed. The moment he started talking bad about that board, do you think they could have worked with that board again? No, never. It's a must. One of them could have gone, and I'm certain the board would have not gone. Board sio ingeenda, Amorim ni angeenda. So even I think even if he could have continued, even if he could have tendered his resignation as soon as yesterday, because we have been problems. Chelsea and Man United are the twins, the twins, because they are having the same issues. But coming back to that game, I think it's very good that we sold for you Garnacho. You know, Kelong came here and said Garnacho to change. I want to demystify everything Kelong said. Kelong said that Garnacho, I came here and I told him, there is no way you're going to change Garnacho. You have the clip. You are going to play the receipts now. He said
Guys,
there is
guys,
no
guys, guys,
way.
guys, guys, guys.
And the guys,
before,
let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. Play the game, guys.
before
So
you
I think
remove the
the
receipts,
only thing I can tell Chilong as you pay the receipts is Kelong, you need
before
to buy Ugarte
you
to be
release
able
the
to open
receipts,
up Ganacho. Because
before you
Ugarte is
release
the only one who can be able to open up Ganacho. So you need also to buy Ugarte will sell for you. So that you can be able to unlock the potential of, of Ganacho. Because Ganacho was really washed.
Ugarte
Ganacho was
hapana.
washed by a person I never thought, Alex. He was washed by Dalot. Then,
Actually,
so
I
can you
think
play the receipt first before we continue? Before you give Jalala?
before
let's continue.
before we play the receipts and what have you, remember the the context of which my words were said have changed. We don't have the same manager. We are a different team that won the club World Cup. So it's really unfair if you if you use that against me. But nonetheless, I felt uh, Gacho really struggled in that game, and maybe it's because of how we use him. We hold the ball too much. He can't take on a player. Gacho is a guy that will work well in a system that plays counter attacking football, which we don't do that. But I think Maresca could have used him better because Maresca could uh, could adapt to the player's ability. But now we have a clueless guy, uh, Liam Naka, a tech guy.
But Kelong, I have a question for you. Why did you go for this guy as a coach? You know me, I never understood.
Okay, it's not okay. In Chelsea as well, it's not the coach who make the decision. Huh? It's the sporting directors. that it's not like it's it's like just trying to make like the manager's role to be a head coach, not a manager. A job in Chelsea is not the same job as Man City, where Pep controls the nitty gritties. Here, you given the players, given you're not even consulted sometimes. Remember, okay, tunataka huyu tunamleta. So it's not like Maresca chose Garnacho or anything. He was available on the market. He was young, and I think the sporting directors how we work is that we take young players, and if they fail to impress, we sell them. So and even now, I think that the reason why Garnacho will play is because we are planning to sell him at the end of the season. So he has to. The coach will be necessitated to play with him so that he can get market value. And this idea of cooking a Bournemouth and stuff.
But anyway,
Okay,
on that
you
Kellogg,
can
let's give
you
Jalala
can
a
give
chance.
Jalala
Jalala
Kidogo a
amepanda.
chance, but before you give
Jalala.
Jalala a chance, let me say something small, Alex. Also, I'll give you your own banter because you came here and said that we are going to beat you when you come to Stamford. So you need to apologize. That one you told me clearly. And you know the problem with Chelsea fans. There is one thing you always do. You always enter into the group na mnapiga kasheche. You need to first relax. Mwache kupiga kelele before game. Mulipiga kelele mimi nikawaacha. I knew we are going to cook you. Then I came to now to revert. That is what you need to do. Give Jalala.
Anyway, so
You never
let's give
cooked us;
also
we cooked
Jalala.
ourselves. That's the difference.
Chelsea, you cooked yourself since you won the Club World Cup. Hiyo ilikuwa a trophy yenye ilipaper over the cracks kwa hiyo team. Nadhani mulikuwa na Maresca. Maresca was the one who was holding you guys up. Nadhani he was a very 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 good coach. Tactically alikuwa astute kuliko Rosinia, and I think that is the problem you guys are facing now. Nadhani you just have a coach mwenye ana hiyo experience, ametoka Strasbourg. I mean, how was he doing in Strasbourg? For
Seventh
you
in the league.
guys, unaona, for you guys to bring him to the Premier League, I don't think he's a Premier League. level kind of coach. I mean, especially not for Chelsea. So nadhani at the end of the day, hiyo project yenye Chelsea mko nayo hapo ati project. I don't think this project thing is working well for you guys. Tumeona Arsenal na project yao. So if you guys are going in the project direction, then you might as well start counting yourself as in the same group as Arteta and Arsenal, kwa sababu hizi project sahi they are not working, and the fact that Chelsea may spend a lot of money na especially on young players watu kama Ganacho, hata sioni kama kuna investment mzuri hapo, unaona. Naangalia hiyo squad ya Chelsea, the whole first 11, honestly, hakuna, yani there's no spark, hakuna spark kwa hiyo team tena. Cole Palmer I don't know what has happened. Sijui kama hiyo season yake moja alikuwa nayo it was a fluke kama ni nini, ama is not fit.
No,
I'm just not
be fair to the guy. He had a terrible injury. He will not
He's a
recover.
confirm.
Hmm?
na hiyo nilikuwa nasikia alikuwa na the same injury Lamine Yamal alikuwa nayo in the beginning of the season, and I think
No,
Yamal has
him
got
took
it.
3 months to recover. Yeah, Yamal doesn't have the same body as Cole Palmer. Yeah, when
but
together
but
same.
but you have the
No,
same amount of physician doctors.
no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. The body doesn't react the same. So for
Yeah,
Cole
the
Palmer,
body.
we can say his season was really done after he had the long-term injury. He's never been himself. But there's a player in there. You can't say we don't have good players. We have good young players, about 7 to 8. Now we need
Nah,
we need like
who is
two,
who is a
three.
good player? Who is a good player in that team? Just tell us who is the good player in that team.
Okay, we
Just
Reece,
can
tell us.
begin. We can begin
Reece.
with Cole Palmer. We go to Joao Pedro.
Yeah,
Estavao.
Joe Pedro, okay.
Estavao,
Yeah.
Estavao is the next big thing in the Premier League.
Yes.
Estevao is currently not showing anything.
No, he's suffering injuries. Unless you want just to banter, not talk about
And
realities.
no.
Uh-huh.
On a serious note, your squad ya Chelsea, who is
No,
getting
I
in
can.
any first 11 kwa big six teams? I don't see anyone.
Okay,
Tuko na
No,
the best
yani,
right back in the league.
tuko na Reece James, tuko
Sandra
na
Sanchez.
tuko na Enzo Caicedo. Those are solid players.
Caicedo is not looking like that guy. Eh?
No, he's the
Na,
guy.
he's
He's
not.
the guy.
I'm sorry for 100 million.
Kukulewa.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
actually,
sorry
Kukurela
for
is
100 million.
is among the
That
best left
there is
back
not.
pale.
I'm not seeing anything no more.
No, it's how the team is structured right now. You see it a bit disjointed, but I'm telling you, we have like 8 good players in that team. What we are lacking is a goalkeeper, of course, and center backs. That's what we've been
I
calling it,
I
And
think
a
and a
coach.
Chelsea
prolific
need to
striker.
sign.
Chelsea need just to bolster 3 positions: the goalkeeper, center back, and a striker. We are good to go.
And the
I think
coach.
I think you
Of,
need
of course,
about.
of
I
course, the
think you
coach
need
should
about
be
eight new
sacked.
players.
Huh?
Eight new players, and they're just not new players. Starting 11 for the starting 11.
No,
In
no,
which
no, no,
positions, Jalala? 8 new players in which positions?
no, no,
Pedro
no.
Neto, Pedro Neto is not good
Everywhere.
enough.
That's
Everywhere.
true. That's true.
Estevao does not belong in the first 11. Striker, you have nothing up there. Defense, you need
Gilap.
you need at least three good defenders. You have no defense. Goalkeeper, you have no good
Colville
goalkeeper.
anarudi.
Nani?
Yeah,
Colville.
Colville is a legit player.
You need you, Colwill. Come on, guys. Come on,
Ay,
guys.
Jalala.
Why are we
Colville is
why
good.
why are we doing this, guys? Why are we doing this? Why?
So
Who? Come on,
But
guys.
Jalala,
Levi Colwill.
they have a striker, Jalala. They have a striker called Delap.
Actually, on that thing ya striker Kelong, umesikia we are being linked to Junior Krupi. Sijui kama umesikia hiyo.
the guy from Bournemouth.
Nimesikia tunakuwa linked na crew.
But who will supply him the balls? Is it Garnacho? You need to buy Ugarte to be able to unlock Garnacho.
Ati Ugarte. Ugarte hachezi kama football au jamaa anacheza.
But he always unlocks Garnacho. He always unlocks Garnacho potential. So they need to buy him as a package. You're going to sell him 40 million.
Kwanza niliona Garnacho deleted all the Chelsea whatever videos or pictures on his
I told Kelong last year. Kelong is a very hard head.
Aliacheza Man United. Juzi
Kelong,
after the game yesterday niliona amesimama hapo alikuwa anangojea players from Man United wamsalimia. No one was saying anything to Garnacho.
I told Kelong here they cannot change Garnacho attitude. He argued with me almost 20 minutes.
Garnacho was just alikuwa ataka a good coach. A good coach. But
Garnacho is not about coaching Kelong. Garnacho is about his attitude. Until he's going to change his mentality, he's not going to go anywhere.
But you see, initially,
ndo mseme nimetoroka simu yangu inazima, niko ushago. So continue cooking Chelsea, but
thanks for coming along.
Remember, we are still the world champions.
Kelong, before you go, can you see if Nani is going to accomplish the top assist, Bruno Fernandes, the 20?
The 20, yeah, I think he can.
Even 21.
He is going to accomplish it. I'm just asking the question. Yeah, not a banter or something. Just asking.
So mi naona atafikisha 21.
Hiyo vile iko anaenda kuipita na mbali hata.
Because I feel like United wako point set piece, and I think I saw a stat juzi yenye ilikuwa inasema out of 18 unapata out of 18 10 are set pieces, and most of them hapo ni bao za Casemiro. So hiyo inaonyesha set pieces zina poa for United, and so I think Fernandes is on form saizi, and with the few games remaining, he should at least, if at the worst, at least anafaa ku equal, but I feel like he will get 21 or 22, and well deserved.
So what about Tottenham, Alex? Because Tottenham is another issue.
Yeah, so nilikuwa nasema Jose about Tottenham. Me hata Jose, before even we signed Garnacho, Jose, I wanted so much for us to go and get Xavi Simons, because even if, let's say, Xavi Simons hasn't performed to the best this season, we can clearly say that with the guy, kuna quality with Xavi Simons, and Xavi Simons, he can get better. Yani, you can see there's a fighting spirit in him. Yani, what I'm not seeing from Garnacho, I feel like Garnacho is flashy. He can blank for 4 or 5 games, then he can show up for 1 game. But with Xavi Simons, even saizi hata kama he hasn't played to the best football this season also, I feel like Xavi Simons can get better. And for Spurs, I think they can justify their season. They have been hit with injury, because Spurs have had the most injuries this season, and they have played through it. And I think the mistake ya kwanza nilifanya Jose ni they didn't sack Thomas Frank earlier on, because they thought ataweza kurevive season, and by the time they are sacking him, season ilikuwa imeenda mbali sana, so they were going down the drain. And then after sacking him, they didn't get a good interim manager, so wameleta manager mwingine mwenye hajajifigure out. Unaona, hizi ni issues zenye nisema zinatoka kwa management. So by the time they're getting De Zerbi, and De Zerbi, I don't think he's the best manager to be in the relegation zone kuwasaidia, but I think he can probably try to stabilize the ship kidogo, but it's not in Spurs' hand to stay in the league, because I feel like with West Ham wako na Warriors huko, guys like Boy and Somerville, those guys can score goals, they can keep West Ham in there.
Thomas Suchek.
Unaona. But with Spurs, I feel like I'm not seeing the leaders who have the fighting spirit kuweka alive. Maybe somebody like Richarlison maybe can keep them afloat. But outside Richarlison, I'm not seeing many people on your fighting spirit who can keep them alive. And also, niseme aje, defense pia inawaangusha vibaya sana. Starting from the captain, Romero, poor performances, red card, same thing na Van de Ven. even on the weekend they were supposed to get the 3 points, but Danso Ali blank within the last minute to be able to give Brighton a chance to survive. Because in the weekend I thought also they're going to get the 3 points, but as it stands, I don't feel like Jose Spurs have what it takes to stay. And I feel like if maybe wangeleta Sean Dyche has been in this situation many number of times. So I feel like he's the best person kuweza keep teams alive because he has done it for so many times rather than Dezabi. Dezabi ni mse anataka apate project, apate young players, apate time, precision and everything to be able to keep them afloat. But as it stands, mi naona West Ham watabaki na naona pia Nottingham Forest. This guy is the fighting spirit. I feel like Nottingham Forest pia wanaweza baki. So I feel like Spurs this time, and I think they have one of the best stadiums in the league. So it's unfortunate to see them going down. But anyway, let me hear from you, Jalala, before Nipe Mabella chance.
Yeah, Spurs is not looking good. It's not looking good hapo for Tottenham. Nadhani they had to sack Thomas Frank early enough, which they didn't do. Early stick na, and when they let him go, no experience in the Premier League. That was not good enough. Now let as an interim. I think, well, if they decided to bring on the Zabi hiyo time walileta Trudeau, maybe they would have been able to get a couple more points. Juu Jama ali get only 1 point, and that was against Liverpool just before a football job, honestly. So I think wangekuwa na Dezabi hiyo time walileta Trudeau, maybe wangekuwa wamepanda kidogo at least number 15 hapo, but right now it's not looking good. Leeds wanajitoa huko chini. Nottingham Forest pia wanajitoa, fighting spirit iko kwa hiyo team is different. Kina Morgan Gibbs White, kina Elliot Anderson. It's not I'm not seeing the same thing with Tottenham. So yeah, it's going to be very bad for the league as well financially, because na pia for the club, hiyo ni team wako na ma NFL games and everything hapo, so it's not looking good. Nadhani Daniel Levy alienda at the right time, wame decide to throw money at it, walete Dezabi, wamempata, I think is the highest or the second highest paid manager in the league. So let us see if he can do anything. But as of right now, it's not looking good for Spurs. Nadhani to implement the Dezabi style sahi with being at the bottom three, it is going to be very challenging. Itakuwa very challenging. I will say honestly, if they want any chance, lazima wacheze in every game to the end of the season, which is very unlikely for this team that we have been seeing this season. So yeah, it's not looking good. Nadhani wakienda down, watu watakuwa wanajaribu kuangalia maplayers watachukua from that team.
Okay, Santa Sarah Jalala. Let me also give you Jose a chance to comment about Spurs and the relegation battle in Yeko.
Thank you. I think the Tottenham fans thought Thomas Frank was Alex Ferguson because he was eating the gum. The way he was chewing, they thought that is Alex Ferguson 0.0. So they thought they are going to continue with him, but it has not gone well for them. And Tottenham has gone under a lot of issues, not only managerial, but also with injuries. I think they are the first team in the Premier League who have gotten a lot of injuries this season. The most, yeah. They have had even almost all of his squad, the first team squad had injury. And it was very difficult for them because when you have an injury and you don't have a manager who can be able to galvanize you and be able to give you the spirit that is needed, even if he has the young players to play, to give you the spirit that is needed so that you can be able to counter these games. Because you remember Tottenham was in the top three as we were starting the season. Do you remember? Tottenham, and it stayed there for a while. It stayed there for a while, I remember. They stayed there for a while until I think around November. They were there on top. So what really happens is I think Tottenham has come. The way you have said, you two guys, that Thomas Frank was not sacked early enough, and then they brought a coach who also did not have an idea. That he had an idea, but the team was it had already been put up in circumstances that he could have not be able to revive it. And then now they have a coach who is trying his best, because you have seen he tried his best. If that one was under another different coach, I think Brighton could have had them yesterday. But he tried, because he went a draw of 2-2 yesterday. And I think some of the players, even them, they are regretting why they went to Tottenham. The likes of Akina Konagaraga. Konagaraga is really regretting, because we were supposed to buy him, but eventually he went to Tottenham. So they need to, when you go to relegation as a big team which had top players, they start now looking for ways to get out. We have the likes of Akinatele. They have players also, the likes of Akinatele. I think most of them will like to leave the Tottenham, because you imagine Tottenham now will be playing in the division league. It is not an easy one. It's not an easy one, my friends. They are going to be playing with the likes of Akina Blackpool. It's not an easy
46
one, guys.
matches, team
Yeah,
Chezo, 46
it's
games.
not easy one.
Not easy.
And as I'm going to conclude about Tottenham, I want also to appreciate Lampard. Lampard did a very marvelous job. He has
Amerevive coaching career yake.
yeah, he has even they need this team Coventry City. Coventry City, I mean, sorry. He has been able to promote them to the league, and this is something that Coventry City, I don't know when they were in the league. I think it was about 7-8 years ago, I think, is when they were in the league. So he has done a marvelous job, and yeah.
I think 2019 was the last time.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I think 2019. I think it is about 7 years. So he has done a very marvelous job in there, and we can see some of the coach. I think even it's better you could have gone for Lampard than going for Liam Losina. Better mgerudisha Lampard wenyu. But we all happens for a reason. So this league has not been easy, Jalala. Alex, haijakuwa rahisi. We have seen teams losing against big teams, small teams. You have seen decisions that were made by referees. So first, that one is making me very angry, because the decisions that have been made by the referees in this season, it's very, some of them they are wanted. And also the VAR, because the VAR was brought in to mediate between these issues. So when they do decisions which are not, them, they can be able to see the issue live in before the referee. So I felt very angry with some of the decisions they are doing. But what can we say? But PGMO should also have some people who are supposed to audit them. That is what I think for myself.
Anyway, okay. Santa sana hapo Jose. I was waiting for watu Arsenal niwapatie time hapo. I was buying time to see them whether they would make it to the studio, but it seems kidogo leo we won't have Arsenal fans in the studio. And I understand tomorrow is Monday. Monday is a big day for everyone hapo. Kutafuta unga na za cabbage, so I wouldn't want to keep people kwa studio sana. But first of all, wacha nishukuru people watching me on X. Asante sana nyinyi hata mko kwa wingi. Thank you guys for joining me for tonight's show hapa. Asanteni watu wangu wa YouTube, asanteni sana. And tumegrow platform, we are close to reaching 2,000, we're close to reaching 400,000 views on YouTube, and we appreciate each and everything hapa. When you support tunakuanga hapa, we try each and every week these days to put live videos, ziwe za siasa, ziwe za mpira nini, tunajaribu kuweka some live videos hapa so that people can catch them wherever they are. But as for now hapo, thank you for Jose, Jalala and Kelong. Kelong kwanza ametujoin na yuko jiji ya kushago ametujoin. I appreciate so much, but tomorrow I think he has to travel. So anyway hapo, asanteni kwa kila mtu hapa. And without wasting much time, let me also give everyone hapo a chance tumalizie. Wacha tuanze na Jalala hapo. Jalala tumalizie hapo show, then I give Mabella tufunge.
Sijui kama mnaweza nisikia mali niko, service ni mbaya, but
yes.
Wednesday we go against Burnley. we have to beat them at least with more than 3 goals to do a goal difference to make a gap kiasi. And we're going on confident right now, and I feel like we're going to win this. So yeah, we win this, and then we might be on to a treble. Wacha wale watu wa Arsenal walikuwa wanaongea treble na quadruple za uongo. We might be on to do a domestic treble. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully we can do something. So next week, Burnley is going to be a very good game. Trust me, only more than 3 goals because kama watukaa Nottingham Forest wanawapiga hivyo. Yeah, Burnley are finished on Wednesday. So big up, good show, amazing show, top. Thanks.
Okay, Santa Sara for Jalala. Jalala is confident of winning on Wednesday. They have to boost the goal difference because right now, the league is going to get hot. It's going to get hotter. Let me also give Jose a chance hapa tumalizie show hapa.
Thank you. Umenipatia just nimalizie show. I feel very delighted. Unajua, today I feel as happy as a king, as they say. So one thing I'm going to say is I have so many things I can say, but I want to end on small things you need to buy Ugarte so that he can be able to unlock Ganacho. That is one thing I'm going to tell you. Don't forget to buy Ugarte. He's a very good player. He plays very good at the center back, and he's going to unlock Ganacho. Then another thing I want to also say is that on Wednesday we are hoping that Man City can be able to get the 3 points so that they can be able to reach to this thing that they are calling Ndovu. Don't know what is Ndovu. They always tell us Ndovu. Maybe ile Ndovu we know is just the Ndovu ya unga. The other Ndovu we don't understand it. So and we are hoping that they can be able to take the points and be able to remove these noisemakers. They have given us a lot of noise. Today, as we are finishing the show, I'm going to just go to AFTV and see the cries and the tears that I always enjoy. I laugh.
Hey,
Even I saw somebody.
The troops here.
Troops has had a meltdown. Today even he was not ranting. Today he was shut up. Today he kept quiet. I was just putting for him bottles in his live page. So we are calling it the quad bottle, not the quadruple, the quad bottle, because they are bottle, and it's very, very, my friend, it's very, very bad that you have lost four cups, and you still come and tell us that you are making a project. If this project, I think these projects people are making hazina mabati. Unajua kama project haiwekwi roofing.
Haina foundation.
Haina roofing. Sasa unahesabu aje utakaa kwa hiyo project. Itakuwa kinyesheo kila wakati. But it's okay. We are going to see. We have been here. We have been telling them. Me, there is something that I always know in my heart. As we begin the season, as long as I see Arteta is the coach of Arsenal, I always say they are not going to win the league until they are going to sack him. When they are going to sack him and bring a coach who, I think even if they had Unai Emery, Arsenal could be very dangerous right now. They could be very dangerous.
Europa.
Yeah, he's going to win because I've seen. But also, Alex, I want to tell you, be afraid of Leeds. Leeds, they are becoming very lethal. You are going to face them in FA. Don't be confident. Unajua nimeona the problem with Kelong na mwambia acha kuwa overconfident. Overconfidence ndio inamfanya anaingia kwa shida. Tell him just to take a game at a time because Leeds is not a joke, Alex.
Yeah, true.
You might think it's just a team iko kule, but you saw whatever they did to us. Even if the decisions was made was not the right one, but you saw they really played that game. They really played.
Watch game on a high note.
Yeah, they really played that game.
Unajua watu wenye wanafight huko relegation Jose si mchezo. You're playing Forest, you're playing West Ham, you're playing Leeds. Si rahisi. Not easy.
Like we have Nottingham Forest. I'm telling you.
Not easy playing against Wolves.
Yeah, and we are playing with Nottingham Forest, and that game is making me to have shivers. Even the game between us and Brighton, I'm not worried about so much. But the game between us and Forest,
and they have to stay.
That one, I think now it will be a very damning one. But now we need also to win because you see Aston Villa is holding us at par. It's just that we are winning them with goal difference. I think the problem with us is Nani wasted us too much. This coach called Amorim, he wasted us too much because I think that the level he could have been could be a very different level. But all things happen for a reason. Let us say that he was sacked at the right time. We can now be able to say that we can. I'm not confident, but yeah, I'm not always confident till the last game. So we are going to hope that we are going to get the champions football so that we can be able to buy. And I think if we get champions football and they continue with this drama, I think it's not helping us. Itatusaidia hata hiyo champions, but it's good for the money. But I want to thank you, Alex, for always hosting us here. Akina Jalala and Kelong, I want to thank them for joining us. But the Arsenal pundits need to know that they cannot just come here and always be they start the fire when the fire is about to light. They want to run away from the smoke. No, they cannot start the fire and then they want to run away from the smoke. It is unheard of. And Mzalendo needs to come and say sorry because today he was supposed to be here. We were supposed to cook him. We were supposed to cook them.
Yani simu ya Curtis imeharibika leo siku ya game leo.
But hakuna difference ya Curtis na huyu msichana anaitagwa juu wa Arsenal anakuwa Facebook huyu wa Kenya anaitagwa nani? Huyu alikuwa analyst wa football. Kiss. Anaitagwa nani?
Carol Radula.
Hakuna tofauti ya Curtis na Carol Radula. Wote wakipigwa na udiki factory setting. But Mzalendo unafaa umkumbushe game ilichezwa leo. Sijui kama anakumbuka.
Mzalendo ni kama waliwatch game na Jalala. Jalala anasema game iliisha hivi Mzalendo hapo amefurahia akapotea. Hata leo nimemtafuta sijampata.
Lakini venye Arsenal haina adabu kwa sababu mtaua mpaka wazee bwana. Mtaua mpaka wazee na pressure. you know I have made even my wife is nimefanya mpaka bibi yangu akapenda mpira. We are watching now football with her even if I'm not near. We are watching with her and it's absolutely amazing. Leo alikuwa ananiambia Arsenal ni gani nataka ifinywe. So and when ilifinywa she was very happy and she's continuing now to watch football. I've even made her now get the blood of footballism has entered now into her and it's very good. Football is very but now the problem is World Cup Alex bwana, sioni watu wakienda bwana. Hii World Cup ni noma. Hii World Cup itakuwa na watu sioni. Hata juu tunasema akina Jalala.
I think the best thing we can do sisi Jose as Africans kwanza Kenya sisi wenye watu wendi ni kusupport our fellow African brothers kama Congo. Congo has one of the best songs za World Cup. Jiko umesikia they have one of the best songs. And it's a good thing while qualify. Remember there was a time tulikuwa na show hapa na where I told you about I was rooting for them to win the playoffs and they did so, they qualified, so we have more. That's one extra African team in the World Cup, which is a good thing Jose, because tunaona Congo despite having all the challenges they qualify for the World Cup. Sisi hata Jose tupewe nini? Nini?
And we don't have any problems in our country.
Hata number 2 kwa group stage ni ngumu. Hata number 2
kwa group stage. We don't have war. Hatuna tuko na we don't have any. We have even stadiums to be able to do those things. And I want to appreciate those the starlets really in the World Cup. They are doing phenomenal job. They thrashed Namibia 5-0 today. Was it today or yesterday? Today. I think even our ladies are doing well in football than the way the men are doing. Sometimes you feel the men playing football, you feel disgusted by what they are doing, because even a team like US, we were celebrating the other day a team we beat. What was the name of that team? That team, even we are not supposed to be celebrating beating that team. You remember the team we were playing in?
It's a team in Spain. It's called kama ni Grimy or something, but it's a small team.
We are not supposed to be appreciated, but congratulated. They are very far behind in terms of football. I don't know what they were. When other teams in Africa are hosting Germany and other countries, as we are hosting teams which are of that caliber and we are celebrating, I think if that is the way we are going to continue, Brother Alex, I see even in the AFCON 2027 will be a disaster for us. It will be a disaster, a very big disaster, and it will be a shameful that mtatolewa na games za kwanza, because where this AFCON has been hosted, Team ile imekuwa ikihost, I think from 2015. Let's take 10 years.
Hata
The
12.
teams that, yeah, the teams that have been hosting them, they must proceed. They go even to the quarterfinals, semifinals, and sometimes they win. So it will be very unseen that I think even Tanzania might be the only team that might help the East African community, because Kenya, as I'm seeing, we have problems. I think they need to, but I think even Ruto mwenyewe ni kama anakasikiria, unaona mpaka anakataa kulipa pesa ya ya AFCON. Anaona itaenda hivyo.
Yeah.
So,
So mambo ni
it is what it is.
ni mengi. So we meet on Thursday, we discuss more football, but for now hapo asante.
And let me predict game for Man City versus Burnley. I think they are going to have an easy win of 3-0.
3-0. Also hata mimi nilikuwa naiona kile hivyo 3-0 because right now they have to close in on your goal difference sasa, because it's going to be a match. So 3-0, I'm also going for 3-0 for Manchester City. So anyway, tupatane on the Thursday show, and I hope by that time Arsenal watakuwa wamehili.
Lakini usikose kuenda AFTV tucheke bwana. Lazima mimi niwacheke.
Lazima tuende huko tusikie venye Tai atasema ni referee.
Wachana Tai huyu anakuaga wazimu. Huyo ni chizi fulani huko mtaani. Wachana na huyu. Ule mtu unapenda kusikia saa hizi ni Cecil. Unajua Cecil
kwenyewe ni building.
Kwani mzalendo ameweka picha yako?
Mzalendo in the building. Ndio huyu hapa tumemtafuta, tumempata. Mzalendo karibu, umekuja kama tunafunga show.
Umekumbuka mpira ni leo?
Okay. Sasa mnasemaje? Umefurahi sana Arsenal lost, but anyway ni early game.
Yeah, true.
Bado mko top.
Yeah, we are still on top of the league. We are still on top of the league unless something else has changed. We are still on top of the league. Ama wametushinda.
Tunangojea Wednesday. Mtatuambia, mtaanza kuongea in Kispanyol.
Let me tell you, Arsenal played so well. We don't regret anything. We proved that we are the real champions, and we played so well. So we don't really care. We are waiting for Atletico in the semi-finals. We beat them. We are soldiering on. And nothing has changed. For you, Manchester City, Chelsea fan, you can wait for next season. But this season, the rest is between Man City and Arsenal. Point blank. Can Manchester United win the league? The answer is no.
Mzalendo, you are angry. Don't feel angry.
This is football. Ni choir members. We are dancing to Man City.
But this tunakuaga choir ile inaandamana na preaching. So Man City is the one who is preaching. So we must be the choir which is andamana in their preach. So what I'm going to tell Mzalendo, take it easy. You know, football, the proven that is needed for Arsenal fans. We take it easy.
I'm having a cold Diet Coke in some ice. I'm listening to some Spanish people. They like Atletico Madrid. They think they're going to beat Arsenal. Unfortunately, they can't.
I think Mzalendo needs to cool down his horses like Kelong, because
I am telling you, stop talking about people who don't even have dreams. Kelong, is he playing anyway? Is he playing even in Europa? I mean, what are you talking about?
We are world champions. And one of them is here.
Is Kelong in the studio?
Mzalendo, I want to tell you that take it easy, my brother. All will be well.
What do you mean?
Not in this season. Maybe next season.
Really? I mean, what are you talking about? Are you dreaming? You need to take some tablets. Look at the table. We are number one. Still on the table. Is the league over?
I've told you on Wednesday you are going to be speaking in Spanish. The way you are there is speaking in Spanish, because that time you will be the second in the table as we wait for Burnley.
been dreaming like that for the last how many months now? You started with the November, you came to December, you came to January, we are now in April. You are still dreaming that Arsenal will not win the league. You're still hoping that we might not win the league. Let me tell you, from the game you saw Arsenal playing today, that is a champions. That's a team that is going to win the league. They're serious about it. So who tells you that Chelsea will beat Burnley on Wednesday? I mean, stop dreaming.
Mzalendo, you know one thing that happens with Mzalendo. Mzalendo came and told us about probability, and I think probability is happening with them. And the first probability is they can lose they can lose the league on November. The second one can be on February, and
Now,
now
now,
we
now,
have seen
now,
that
now, now,
we are
now,
now
now
close into May.
did you see the marks of probability in today's game? Did you see
And
the
and how
calculation?
was the probability, Mzalendo? Because
Did the game end 6-0? No. Did any team could have won the game
but you know,
today's
Mzalendo, you are
game?
even helped to score. They helped you to
Well,
score.
what do you mean help to score? How many
They
times
helped
did
you
we
to
miss?
score.
How
It
many
is
chances did no listen? How many chances did we miss? Talk
those
about
are
talk
not
about the
important,
reality.
Mzalendo.
Talk
Also,
about
Chelsea, they miss
talk
so much,
about the
but that is not
game.
the point. The
With
point is the points.
Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea Man City game. I mean, Chelsea is not a team to talk about. We are talking about the big boys right now this season. The big boy is Arsenal. Yeah, the small teams like Manchester United and the Chelsea. I mean, they should not even talk about the Premier League. We are waiting for the Champions League against Atletico, and Atletico we are going to beat Atletico. No doubt about it.
We are here with you. You had 4
Remember,
quadruples now.
Arsenal is
We
unbeaten
need,
in the Champions League. Yeah, you
yeah.
can keep that down. I mean, if a team is going to beat us, maybe it's in the finals. But so far, Arsenal is unbeaten in the Champions League. No
We
team
are,
has
we are
got that record.
we are waiting for the quadruple, and as we are waiting for the
No, no.
quadruple, because the quadruple now
You
we are
talk
two.
about history. I mean, you are talking about history. You are talking about. All right, thank you.
You have seen Alex Mzalendo and
All right, thank you so
YT.
much. Thank you. Okay, you guys, me, I'm having my lunch, dinner, and all that. Nakula kitu ingine hapo inaitwa kasadia. Najua hata mjui hizi ni nini. Hata nikuonyeshe.
Haya,
Hii inaitwa kasadia.
Mzalendo, I think on Wednesday utakula kasadia vizuri.
Wacha
Boss,
Mzalendo
anyways.
aenjoy lunch yake hapo. Tukutane on Wednesday.
Aleki kwa heri.
Kwa
Haya,
heri.
tubebe kasadia kwa sababu kasadia
Leo
itaonesha
kasadia
mambo.
Wednesday, Joseph.
Wakule tu kasadia Wednesday.